Hi all, welcome back to my channel again, and this is part 2 of my trek video. So the second day after the stay in our base camp, we started our final trek to the main point, that is Sri Krishna temple. So we started very early in the morning around 4 a.m. So despite 4 a.m, 4:35 a.m. only, it was so bright. So it almost looked like 7 a.m. in the 7 a.m. in the morning, and this was a path. So even namge the last 30% of the trek hegiruttandre, it was up to some part we would again find the forest area, but one point we reach the open grassland. After that it is completely the open grassland, but also the climbing is very steep. So this is the first half, and then we reach the main point where you can see the board that is welcome to Yulla khanda. So then we also had a breakfast on our base camp, that is of course the very yummiest Maggie. And e point bandmele, we, as I told you, we find that grassland and the water was flowing, the grassland, the water flowing, the sound, the atmosphere was very peaceful. Ali, we also saw some animals grazing, and the most amazing was that how could those animals climb those steepy steps up until there, and they came there to graze. And this is how the top looked like. Those are the snow covered Himalayas, and this is the open grassland. And we also met the protector god of that region, that is Hamsu, the protector animal. And then again we started to climb up. So as I told you, after this point, this is how it looked. We have to climb those steepy mountains and reach the top. The last 30% was of course a little difficult and requires a lot of our energy, and that's why we had made our trek into two parts, that is we did our trek for 2 days. This is how the waterfall looked, and the sound of that flowing water was so healing. So after enjoying all this, then we finally completed our trek and we reached the top. So this is the Krishna temple, world's highest Krishna temple in Uttarakhand, and this is how it looked. So since we came in the month of May, there wasn't lot of snow. There was of course some snow in the very top of the mountains, but not near the temple. So if you plan this trip in the month of December, then you can find the snow near the temple. Then we headed near to the temple. The water, the temple, the sound, and there was also another waterfall near the temple. All these felt very spiritual. So it is definitely a once visit place, and this is how it looked from one of the angle. So after spending some of our quality time on top of the temple, then we started heading back. So we have to climb down, completely down. So now top reach ಆಗೋಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ it was around 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. So now we complete trekನ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು we headed down. So we have to reach our base camp and also the stay that we had stayed for the yesterday, and we have to completed our trek. So the trek was of course very challenging. It was very spiritual and calming. So this was all about our trek. So what we did in the next day, I'll tell you in my next vlogs.